The new topic is real GDP and nominal GDP. Students, as you know that the meaning of GDP, in which we compute the value of all final goods and services produced in an economy during the 1 year by estimating the quantity and multiplying this with the price level. So in the real GDP, we take into consideration the quantity produced in the present year and we multiply this quantity with the price of base year. At present, we are taking into consideration the base year is 2011 and 12 because it is decided by our organization, that is CSO, Central Statistical Organization, which is responsible for estimating the GDP and national income of our country. According to this organization, our real GDP is 150 lakhs crore. On the other hand, nominal GDP means we are estimating the GDP of this year by multiplying the quantity produced this year with the present price level. So this is the 200 lakhs crores, our GDP of 2019. So how we are getting the difference between the nominal GDP and real GDP? It is just because of the two reasons. Number first is increase in the real production of goods and services. It means there may be the increase in the quantity of production, and another reason is that there may be increase in the price level. It means the inflation. So the two reasons responsible for difference or for increase in the nominal GDP, the first is increase in the real production or second is inflation. So it is advisable that always take into consideration the price level of certain base year. With only that we come to know the actual picture of GDP growth rate, because we can understand this by having example. For example, in the year 2018 we got the production of 100 kg and the price was rupees 10, so GDP will be 1000 rupees. In the year 2019 we got the same production but the price is just doubled, so GDP is here doubled. So it is the wrong picture of GDP. Actually the GDP is not reflecting the true picture of the economy. Actually there is no real production but GDP is doubled. So it is advisable that for any kind of the comparison we should take only the real GDP, because real GDP is the real growth of any country. It is based on the certain price level of certain base year, that is the 2011 and 12 at present. So there are the certain advantages of the real GDP. Number first, real increase in production can be known only by the real GDP. For example, 2011-12 में our GDP is about 140 lakhs crore, in 2012 और 13 में 154 lakhs crore. तो ये हमें exactly price level हमने constant रखा है, उसी से पता चल रहा है. Next is the real increase in the production and income sector wise. हर sector का अपना एक individual contribution होता है GDP के अंदर, और हर सेक्टर के अंदर प्राइस लेवल भी डिफर करता है डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स के अकॉर्डिंग. सो इट इज़ ऑल्सो एडवाइजेबल दैट कि हर सेक्टर का हमारे बेस ईयर के कंपैरिजन में इंप्रूवमेंट हुआ या नहीं हुआ है. सो इट इज़ एडवाइजेबल दैट टू नो द इंडिविजुअल परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द सेक्टर वी शुड टेक द रियल जीडीपी इनटू द कंसिडरेशन. लास्ट आता है कि इंटरनेशनल कंपैरिजन करने के लिए भी वी शुड टेक इनटू कंसिडरेशन द रियल जीडीपी. अदरवाइज बिकॉज ऑफ द इन्फ्लेशन आवर जीडीपी looks very increasing, but actually it is not. So it is advisable to take into consideration only real GDP. There are the certain this difference between the real GDP and the nominal GDP. First is the meaning, second is the change. Only change by the changes made in the quantity. Real GDP increase only when there is increase in the quantity of the production, but the nominal GDP can be increased by the quantity of the production as well as by increase in the price of commodities. Reliability, real GDP is more reliable, nominal GDP is not reliable. So these are the certain difference between the real GDP and the nominal GDP. Next आता है conversion. We can convert the real GDP into the nominal and nominal to the real. So first is nominal to real. GDP at current price we will calculate firstly, then after we will divide this by current price index. It multiply by 100. It will be the nominal to real, and real को nominal में convert करना हो तो पहले आपको GDP at constant price निकालना होगा, multiply this current price index divided by 100. It is the formula of real to nominal GDP. Then after the GDP deflator, it is also called the price index. It shows the changes in the GDP because of changes in price level. Actually, we came to know that there is difference between the nominal GDP and real GDP. Sometimes the difference occur because of changes in price level. It means inflation is the responsible for increasing the GDP or decreasing the GDP. So to know the difference between the real GDP, nominal GDP, because of the price level, we have to calculate the GDP deflator. So here the formula of the GDP deflator is nominal GDP divided by real GDP multiplied by 100. So how much percentage we got in terms of increase in the GDP because of the price level. Now the GDP deflator can be ascertained by, if the real GDP equals to nominal GDP, it means यहाँ पर जो बेस ईयर और करंट ईयर की जो प्राइस है वो लगभग सेम ही रही होगी, इसका मतलब यहाँ पर कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। अगर रियल जीडीपी ज़्यादा आ रही है नॉमिनल जीडीपी से, इसका मतलब बेस ईयर की प्राइस करंट ईयर से ज़्यादा रही होगी। और अगर रियल जीडीपी की जो है वो कम आ रही है नॉमिनल जीडीपी से, इसका मतलब ये है कि जो बेस ईयर की प्राइस है वो कम रही होगी करंट ईयर से। द नेक्स्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक, जीडीपी एंड वेलफेयर. So is it true that increase in the GDP means increase in welfare? So we will understand this topic with the various points. Number first, distribution of GDP. It is also called the distribution of income. If there is equality of income in the society and there is increase in the GDP of economy, definitely it leads to the welfare of the society. अगर सोसाइटी में सभी की रिच और पुअर के बीच में गैप बहुत कम है, everybody is rich or everybody is poor, if there is no income inequalities in the society, and if there is increase in the GDP, definitely the welfare of the whole society will increase. But on the other hand, if there is unequal distribution of the income and if there is increase in the GDP, definitely it will create more gap between the richer and the poorer. Richer become more richer and the poorer become more poor. So the distribution of GDP is a important criteria to judge the welfare of any society. The next point is composition of the GDP. Students, as you know that the meaning of GDP, it includes the value of all final goods and services produced in an economy during the 1 year. Hence, what type of the final goods produced in our economy, it shows the composition of the GDP. It means how much expenditure we have done on what type of the goods. So in economy, if we are producing lot of the goods which are related to the wars, which are related to the defense system, which are related to the gunpowder, so these are the goods which does not increase the welfare of any society. So we should produce some qualitative goods which are meant for the comfort, which are meant for the standard of living. For such type of the goods are produced in the society, it reflects the increase in the social welfare. So the composition of GDP is also an indicator for the increasing the welfare of the society. The third point is non-monetary exchange. In economy, there are the two types of economic activities are performed, economic activities and the non-economic activities. Economic activities are the part of the GDP, but non-economic activities are excluded from the GDP. These are not the part of the GDP. Hence, increase in the GDP does not give any information about the non-economic activities, but actually non-economic activities are performed for the social welfare. Next आता है externalities. Externalities means the good or the bad impact of any activity we are getting without paying the price for such activities. So externalities may be two types, means we are getting the good effects of any activity, it is what the positive externalities, and we are getting the bad impact of any activities, that is what negative externalities. For example of the positive externalities, we are getting the facilities provided by the government in the form of the road, in the form of public parks. We are getting the various facilities provided by the government. So actually we are not paying any direct money, direct price to the government. So these are the positive externalities. On the other hand, we are getting the negative impact of any activities, like in our nearby there are some industries are producing the goods and services by creating the pollution in our atmosphere environment. So we are getting the health risk, we are suffering from the health issues. That is what the negative externalities are. The last is ecological degradation. It means that we are not caring about our environment in which we live just for the sake of increasing our GDP by doing industrialization, by doing the pollution. We are not recycling the garbage or the waste. It leads to ecological degradation. So increasing the GDP by ecological degradation does not reflect the welfare of the society.